Hello guys, 5DS Fight here, back with another Pokemon video. And in the last episode of Pokemon Insurgence, we battled the Nora, I think so. Yeah, we battled Nora and we ended the episode. And now it's time for us to go in the Utira library and help out them in finding the prophecy. So yeah, whoa, Lavender Town music is in this library. Yo, it looks creepy. Welcome to the Utira Town library. I'm Zachary, the librarian here. I've made it my goal in life to instill the love and joy of reading in young kids. I wonder why that reading is in rainbow colors. If you need any help, let me know. Of course, so let's talk to this lady. I'm reading this fascinating book about ancient Torrent. Apparently, it was created by Pokemon with thousands of fans. Let's read some books, yo. It's a play called The Tanning of the Sandshrew. It's a book called Legends of Sinnoh. We actually need to find some books because some people told us to find some books for them. So yeah. It's a book called Trick Room for Dummies by London and Professors of Note. Let's read it. Many Pokemon professors, scientists who study Pokemon as a profession will fade into mediocrity. However, the names of some professors have withstood the test of time. Professor Oak for keen put into the development of first Pokédex and the training of arguably the strongest trainer of all time. Professor Elm for his discoveries about Pokemon breeding and extraordinary research. Last but not least, Professor Sycamore for his outstanding discoveries about Mega Evolution. Honorable mentions include Professor Birch, Sylvan, Professor Juniper, and Rowan. Isn't very interesting called The Grapes of Poliwrath. Grapes of Poliwrath? This book isn't very interesting. Okay. Religious freedom in Torrent. Let's read it. The Torrent region prides itself on religious freedom for all of its citizens. Unfortunately, this had led to several wars and conflicts, such as the cult plague around the nation. Steps are being implemented to change the laws around religious freedom. Propositions include restricting worship of legendaries or merely removing ability to bypass any laws due to religious beliefs. Oh, let's read some other book. It's nice we are getting some of the history about things that are related to this game. So yeah. It's a book called Anatomy of a Duck. Yeah, let's read it. Many experiments have been done in order to truly understand what goes on in Diglett and Duck Trio beneath the surface. Compiled below is a list of information known about the body parts of Diglett and Duck Trio below the ground. Show me the parts now. I'm reading up on famous users of electric type Pokemon. It's super interesting. I never heard of Lieutenant Surge before. Yeah, the Gen 1 electric type gym leader, who was also said to be he fought in a war and he was like a soldier. That was pretty interesting. It's almost officially confirmed that he was in a war or something. It's a book called 100 Years of Geodude. This is interesting. And The Girl with the Dragonite Tattoo. It's a book called The Pokemon Races. Would you like to read it? Yeah. Pokemon races have been an attractive tourist destination for Sonata City for many years. What's very interesting about the races is that the Pokemon speed does not seem to be factored into who wins the race. A Swalot is just as likely to win as an Electrode, which adds a very interesting betting and gambling component to the races. You're not really supposed to be talking when you're in here. It's a library after all. Good night, Lucario. This book is interesting. And American Psyduck, who was the first Pokemon trainer. Yeah. Experts and historians often disagree as to who the very first Pokemon trainer was, due to a difference in definitions. Some define a trainer as someone who uses Pokeballs to capture and train Pokemon, whereas some define it as someone who has any control of Pokemon at all. Most people agree that very first person to train a Pokemon for use in combat was King Western, who controlled the majority of the medieval world. However, some people don't believe the era of Pokemon trainers began until the common use of the Pokeball, of which Agatha of Kanto was the first major user. Agatha, the Elite Four, the Ghost type Elite Four of, I believe, Gen 1. No, it was the Poison type Elite Four. He was the Poison type Elite Four. American Psyduck. Yeah, we read all those books. So, it's a book called Healing and You. It's full of information and equations to do with healing moves. Yeah, let's read another book. It's a book called I Got Swagger. Let's see. Swagger and Attract are moves that are notoriously difficult to fight against due to the randomness aspect they add to battles. They are also known for being infuriating and frustrating to battle for the same reason. However, recently, however, researchers have found that the colloquially known as hacks in the Torrent region has been far less prominent than usual. The reasoning for this is currently unknown. Yeah, I also think that, like, when I confuse someone, they hardly hit themselves, and sometimes they confuse me. Well, I hit myself, but when I confuse someone, they hardly hit themselves. So I guess hacks is like not very effective in Torrent region. Arceus and Giratina, let's read it. Arceus and Giratina are the names for the two most ancient Pokemon in cosmology. Ancient texts say that Arceus created Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. However, Giratina was displeased and revolted. His insurgency was quickly stamped down by the other three creation Pokemon, and he was banished to the Distortion World. This book is interesting. It's Bugsy Scandal. The Bugsy Scandal was a term donated to an incident many years ago in which young gym leader Bugsy of the Johto region was accused of intentionally losing a Pokemon battle for money. Since then, the Azalea Town gym has been disbanded due to public backlash and a negative stigma. Man, you can't say that about a gym leader. Well, you don't have like a proof for that. You are just like assuming, you are just like building up to the story. Yeah, you are just like degrading that gym leader. I think that's not good, even though it's a video game, but still, you are degrading that poor little bug gym leader. It's a book called The Fault in Our Star Use. This book isn't very interesting. It's a book called The Rarest Pokeballs. Yeah, I would like to read. Poke, Great, and Ultra Balls are commonplace items for every Pokemon trainer. Certain types of Pokeball, however, are sought after by all sorts of trainers. The Master Ball is a legend amongst trainers for its ability to catch any Pokemon without fail. The Ancient Ball is another rare form of Pokeball that works especially well on legendaries. There also exists the Infinity Ball, but not much is known about it as one has never been replicated. I'm the smartest one of them all. I've spent years researching the strongest moves. Can you handle it? What moves shall I teach you then? Oh, what he was teaching me. I didn't look at that. This moves. Let's see what moves he teaches us. Bind, Snow Covet, Super Fang, Last Resort. Like, not that great of moves. These moves aren't great. These moves are just like, just bad. Not that great. Yo, those eyes are watching us. Those eyes are watching us. Quickly zoom onto that. Man, oh my god, that's crazy. The ogre is watching us, keeping an eye on us. This library looks kind of fishy. Criticism of the second ogre. The pages have been ripped out. Oh my goodness, someone wrote a book on the criticism of second ogre and they tear that book so that no one finds it out or gets information on that. Come on. Entry to Entry Hazards by Cindy. It's a book called Fashion in Torrent. Due to the variety clothing available to purchase and people not wearing the same thing 24/7, fashion is a very big deal to many citizens of Torrent. Popular trends at the moment include all purple get-ups made popular by celebrities of the region, as well as a love for fedoras due to speakers against Sinnoh's cosmological beliefs. This book is interesting. It's a book called Lapras Shrugged. New Moon Guide by Tobias. Those paintings on the wall are a bit creepy. Sometimes I swear those eyes follow me around. Yeah, that guy's with us. He also has noticed those eyes following us. It's a book called Where the Wild Pokemon Are. This book is interesting. It's a book called Guide to Baton Pass by Kayla. Gaia Town, I want to read it. Town is a small town in the northwestern corner of the region. It's comparatively small but has a variety of facilities that are available to trainers, such as a battle maison and a battle guild. Notably, the first ogre was also born in Town, and before his disappearance ran a dark type themed gym before his disappearance. So the ogre was actually the dark type gym leader, and he was born in the Town, and he was running a gym there. So that is like some good piece of information. I'm looking for a book on how weather conditions affect battling. Did you know that there are conditions exclusive to Torrent region? I'm hoping to become an expert on all of them. There are some like new weather conditions like new moon, which increases dark and ghost type attacks. Yeah, what's written on this? Can I read this book? It's a book called The Great Ghastly. This book is interesting, so we read almost all the books here. I wonder how they managed to make that crystal float. Yeah, by wires or something. I read this corner of the books. It's a book called The Rapidash of Courage. Video games, yeah, I would like to see. There are many popular video games in the world, but none so popular than the game Humans. It's loosely based off of real life, but with the difference of not having Pokemon in the world. It is commonly classified as an ultra horror or depressing game and is most definitely not recommended to be played. Go play outside with your Pokemon instead. Team building basics. It's a book called Rain Teams and You. This book is interesting, and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. This library is super interesting. So much of the information is useless, but it's also cool. I mean, this information is pretty useful. We find out that the ogre was the gym leader of Town, and many other things we learn about. Whoa, this is an uppercase. Talks about the creation of Delta Pokemon through experimentation. Seems to be a lot more horrific than first thought. This book seems to be purring. On second thought, better not touch it. What's in that book? This book seems to be about the worship of Giratina and discusses the potential ways to free it. Lots of grisly rituals are described within. This book talks about deep sea Pokemon that the government has been hiding from the population. If the Abyssal cult heard about this. This book seems to revolve around the backstories of some prominent ghost type Pokemon such as Chandelure, Refloon, and Bennett. This book is written entirely in Latin. Wonder why. There's a TM behind it, I see it. This book talks about Unnovan language structure. Be careful with the books you find up here. Some of them contain dangerous or confidential information. This book is titled Dubbed Anime and Why It Isn't as bad as you might think. This floor of the library truly is filled with horrific books. Come on, I read that again. This book contains information on how to summon Darkrai. Let's hope Persephone doesn't see this one. This upper floor is bizarre, but the books are just so darn interesting. This book seems to be filled with various cosmological horrors. So there are this floor, and we got the TM for New Moon as well. Not that I'm gonna use it. Maybe. I don't use like weather conditions in Pokemon. Sometimes Sky High by Brandon. This book isn't interesting. This book isn't interesting. Odyssey. Odyssey. Like Mario Odyssey. And there's another side. Books are fallen there, and there are 3 August statues just like looking at us. The Fighting Compendium. It's a full of odd diagrams, graphs, and drawings to do with the fighting type. Yeah, that's the book that one of the fighter like guys or Jodo like fighting guys. I don't like remember their class, but asked for us to find. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell him that I found that. It's a book called Manipulating the Stock Market and You. Would you like to read it? The stock market of the Torrent region functions like the majority of stock markets. As the value of the company goes up, so does your share. It's technically illegal due to the small overall population of the region, but the market can be influenced slightly by purchases. Investing in Pokeballs before buying a lot of them is very viable strategy. It's a book called For Whom the Weeping Bell Tolls. This book is loose. Pulling it caused something to happen. Yo, there's a gate here. I'm gonna go in later on. Living in the Snow by Yuki. This book isn't interesting. This book is called Top Secret Pokemon Information. Would you like to read it? Yeah. This information is super top secret. Certain Pokemon can have a rare quality to them. Recently discovered, this quality can affect the strength of their moves, their defenses, and much more. Scientists have tentatively dubbed this quality a Pokemon's type. Keeping in mind this information is top secret. I don't get that what they were saying. Hey, Sush, you're not supposed to talk in here. This book isn't interesting. It's a book called For Whom the Weeping Bell Tolls. I just read that book there. So yeah, one case of books remaining here, one bookshelf of books. It's a book called Roarins of Abra. Isn't interesting, and it is also isn't interesting. This book isn't also interesting. It's a book called War and Pichu. This book isn't interesting. The Giving Trevenant. I used to be a trainer before I became a librarian. Those days are long past, so you might find better use for these than I will. Ultra Balls, yo. This book isn't interesting. It's a book called Grimer and Punishment. Let's go in there. Yo, that is actually a Delta Pokemon. Oh my goodness, it looks like a Delta Pokemon. What Pokemon is it? It's like a Mimikyu. No, Mimikyu can't exist. Like, what type of Pokemon is that? Like, it's covered in like blanket or something. Let's see if we have Pokeballs. We have 11 Great Balls, 4 Dust Ball, 2 Great Balls, and 1 Time Ball. We have 11 Ultra Balls. Sorry for that. I just said Ultra Ball, Great Ball, but they are Ultra Balls. So yeah. And actually that guy also gave us some Ultra Balls. So yeah, that definitely helped us out. But can we lower it down? I believe Cleaver had False Swipe before. Does he have now? No, I just changed it. Like, I'm not gonna keep False Swipe. It's okay, we'll try to catch it. So this is our encounter for Utira Library, I guess. A Delta Badu. I can't damage this thing, so I have to go for an Ultra Ball. And plus it's not night time, so I can't go for a Dust Ball. Dust Ball won't work great. So let me see. And 3. Yeah, we caught the Badu with that. That was so easy. And the Badu was caught. Gain air experience. Delta species discovered by one of the 4 Rocket Bros, and it's a dark and fairy type. Give a name to Badu. I'm gonna name him Flabud. Like, he's like a bird of flower. That's why his name is Badu. So he's like a flower bird, small little flower bird. So we can't actually, and I just noticed that Bliss has an XP share, which he really doesn't need because he's like level 48. He's almost like tied up to my highest level Pokemon, which is Lonely. I'm gonna give Harmonia the experience share because he's falling short on levels. He's level 43. And I'm gonna give Bliss some item like what to hold. I'll give it Metronome, because since I'm only gonna be using Air Slash, and since it has Serene Grace, it's gonna like flinch every Pokemon in succession, and by using Air Slash again and again and again, that would actually like get powered up even more because of Metronome. So yeah, we read all of this, like, yup, and now let's go ahead in there. I'll check the Pokemon later on, the Delta Pokemon. This book isn't interesting. This book is called Lord of the Flygons, Guide to Giving a Pokemon a Better Home, but definitely not a Team Rocket member. Man, the ironic things that they have in there. Dante's Infernip. It's a book called The Lion, the Witch, and the War Turtle. It's a book called Torrent, Potions called Pokerus. It's a book called Sandstorm Guide in Competitive Play. And let's see, this book is interesting. Let's talk to this guy. What a beautiful view of the outside world. Simply outstanding, incredible, wonderful. I may have been looking at too many thesaurus. It's a book called For Whom the Beldam Tolls. This book is interesting. We need to. I'm the reason why I'm reading these books. Plus, we get a lot of history. And one more thing is that we need to read one more book for that old lady. She said that we would get some sort of award, so might as well take some free rewards. It's a book called Guide to Giving Your Pokemon a Better Home by definitely not a Team Rocket member. But I just read that book, like in the like front bookshelf. A Tale of Mewtwo Cities. It's a book called The Old Man and the Cedra, the Kanto region and its hero. Did you know that Smeargle can learn the most moves of any Pokemon? That's because it's the only one that learns Sketch. Wow, I'm learning so many new things today. This book is interesting, and this book was A Dance with Dragonites. And let's read this track. This book is interesting. It's a book called Tales of Western. Seems to be a fictional story about a young hero of the Western region. How interesting. This book is interesting. A book called Aesop's Fables. Book is interesting. And One Flew Over the Sparrow's Nest. This book is also interesting. The Picture of Dory and Greninja. And all those books weren't just interesting. So yeah, we read almost all of the books here. Let's read this book. It's a book called Dr. Jellison and Mr. Hydreigon. I read almost all of the books. Door is locked. An abandoned wing. Nice find, Dan. This might just be where the prophecy is told. I agree. Nobody knows the prophecy except for the cult leaders. It would have to be hidden somewhere most people wouldn't look. Oh ho ho! Are you three going into the abandoned wing? May I ask what about it interests you? Oh, we are going to look for a very old book, sir. We're trainers, you see. We're trying to take down the cults, and we figured that one prophecy about them might be back here. I see. You would be surprised at how many people have looked for that prophecy. Tourist. I'll let you in if you want. There's no prophecy back there, but there's that one glowing orb. An orb? What do you mean? That's right, it's been there since this library was built. It's only one of many different odds and ends lying around in the wing. For whatever reason, people believe it has something to do with the prophecy, so they'll try to get it to react to them. I've already seen hundreds of people leave disappointed. Do you really want to waste your time? Well, we may as well try, right? Damien, for once in your life, you're right. Let us in, please. I promise we'll be quick. Fine, but we really will need to be fast. I have a lot of things to do today. Alright, it's unlocked. The glowing orb is in the far end of the abandoned wing. I'll take you to go see it. Be careful though. There are both wild Pokemon and possibly even trainers back there. What's like? You have a locked door room and there's like trainers in there? Why there are trainers in library? And why they are wild? Okay, I guess wild Pokemon should be there because they might have barged down from the windows or something. But trainers stuck there? That doesn't make sense. Let's go find out what the future holds. Take me there also? You left me, like, you are so fast. You just left me there. Okay, so the first battle is up against... Oh, I ran into Pokemon. It's okay, I already caught a Pokemon which was a Delta Badu. So I might as well use a Repel or something if I have one. Yeah, we have 7 Repels. Since it's like a ghost type area, so let's see what Pokemon I can use. Cleaver has a dark type move in Night Slash. I might as well use it. You shouldn't be back here. Medium Media with his Lampent. Oh, I can lose my Cleaver, cause Lampent is a fire type also. But we'll take that chance. There's no way he's living a Night Slash. Yeah, if it would have been a Chandelure, he might have lived it, but a Lampent, no. He's not living that. Harmonious trying to learn Roost. No. The thing about like healing moves in Nuzlocke is that they take one slot of your move and plus you. The thing is, and plus you can use potions for healing moves, so yeah. Not saying that they are bad, they can be handy in situations when you don't have potions. But they take, the one thing is that they take one slot of your move. So that's why. And all of the books are just like fallen apart. And there's a guy there. So yeah, battle this guy. This library is full of ancient spirits. Oh, is that so? Elder Perseus with a Gengar. No, I'm not gonna take a risk with Gengar. Gengar gets Focus Blast. So, no, I can't switch into Bliss as well. Oh man, who to switch in? I'm gonna switch in Bastiodon. If he has Focus Blast, I would at least survive with Sturdy. You use Shadow Ball. Let's use Metal Burst. Come on, survive it. Yup. And it didn't kill it. So let's use a Super Potion or something. We'll use a Moo Milk. Yeah, so Shadow Ball is gonna do a good chunk. Please, no crits. No crits. Oh my goodness. Like, I jinxed myself by saying no crits. I would have gone down. Come on, that would have been so like offensive to me. I would have just like screamed. Like, come on, I Pokemon falling down to a crit. Are you serious? Like, it has been happened to many other people, but it's offensive. That prophecy won't react to you any more than it has to everyone. Yo, those are some offensive words said by this lady with actually Dusclops. Let's take down this Dusclops with a Night Slash. Oh, it survives it. Yeah, Dusclops is like a pretty defensive Pokemon. So yeah, and we're gonna grow to level 48. And his next Pokemon is gonna be Drifblim. An Icicle Crash should be enough to take it out. Yup, I think so. Yeah, he's not surviving. Like I said, you're not surviving a super effective, adaptability boosted, Mega, Delta, Scissors, Icicle Crash. Yeah, that's so much worse too. My Pokemon's like taking some damage from those battles. Super Potion would be good enough to heal them up. Can go from here. Yeah, so there was only one trainer. So yeah, not many trainers are here. An escape rope. Oh, let's go there. Are we all here? You see that glow over in the back? That's the orb that supposedly has to do with the prophecy. Seems like a load of rubbish in my opinion. I doubt there even was a prophecy. It's probably just a legend. But anyways, go ahead, get this over with. Oh, that's actually shaking. Who dares wake me? What was that? What's happening? This has never happened before. It's so good to be awake again. Why do we have here? House guest? If you're after the prophecy, you'll need to work harder than that. That's right, I'm the one who wrote it long ago. But you're dead wrong if you think I'll just tell you. Oh, I was the prophet of Arceus and the Oracle of Delphox. Oh, Oracle of Delphox and Prophet of Arceus? Come on. I've been preaching since before Hoenn was created. If you want to know the secret of the future, you'll have to take it by force. So we are actually battling this guy. Ancient Oracle, we actually don't know his name. So it's Cleaver. Yeah, we can take down this Claydol. Let's use Icicle Crash because we get stab on it. And please don't miss. Yup, it didn't miss. And it's gonna go down. Like I said, no one's surviving that. Harmonia is gonna grow to level 45. He is gonna send in his Delphox. And let's see, should I send in Bastiodon? Yeah, Bastiodon is my best bet. Let's use Ancient Power on it. Use Flamethrower. An Ancient Power again on it. Not doing that much damage. But still, like, playing it safe is more important. And it can like critical hit and take me out anytime. Mystical Fire, that actually drops my special defense attack. But one Ancient Power is gonna be able to finish it off. Actually, that did more damage because of his Blaze ability. And his next Pokemon is AG Slash. Whom can take on a AG Slash? My goodness, actually Steel Type is a weakness against us. That's why I need actually a ground type move or something on one of my Pokemon. I guess Harmonia should be enough to take it out, and plus with that, it also helps because it has Intimidate. Let's use Dragon Dance. It's gonna transform and use Aerial Ace. It's not gonna do nothing because of my, what's it called, like Intimidate. Jellicent is gonna take a big amount of damage because of that. Oh, it caused my bite. I'm gonna use Wing Attack. It doesn't do that much. Brine is gonna do a good chunk of damage to me, but I take it out in a hit. It's gonna send in its AG Slash. I should be able to take it down. Bite is disabled. Oh, come on. You guys played against me. Who to switch in? I'm gonna switch in Lonely. I'm gonna take this risk. Like, Lonely is an electric type, so... Oh my goodness, he used Sacred Sword! No! My Lonely died. Come on, that was not... Like, I was expecting him to use a different move. Come on. And it used King Shield now. Air Slash didn't even kill it. Now it's using... Ah, come on. I'm so sad. I didn't actually want it to lose a Pokemon. And a Bennett is gonna be his next Pokemon. Let's switch into Cleaver. It's actually gonna be his last Pokemon. And it's actually gonna be a Delta. Not a Delta, but a Mega Bennett. Shadow Ball is gonna do a good chunk of damage, but we actually take it out, no problem. Oh man. I thought he was gonna use a different type of move and use Sacred Sword against me. Like, come on. I guess it was super effective against Harmonia. So that's why it used it. Come on. I should have gone for, like, Bliss. I should have sent in Bliss. Even if he used, like, a Steel type move, Bliss would have survived it. Because Bliss is, like, more tanky than Gardevoir. Alright, I'll spill the beans. This prophecy has been misunderstood many, many times. Even the cult leaders have never heard the correct version. Wait, so they don't know what the real prophecy says? That's right. I'm not going to read to you the entire thing. It's a terrible poem that's easy to misinterpret, and I don't want to be that oracle, you know. I hope you're ready. The first thing predicted was the emergence of a hero, chosen by a legendary Pokemon. Secondly, this hero will succeed, undefeated in Tauren. They'll move on victorious. The last secret piece of information is that, in the end, the hero will join the Infernal Cult and betray their friends. That's basic. What? Wait, what? One of us is going to join the Infernal Cult? Yeah, what? You can't leave us with that. Who's the hero? How can we stop that from happening? You can't avoid fate, Nora. Well, you can't say he doesn't have a flair for the dramatic. This reminds me what author L. Frank Baum did when introducing. Oh, shut up! How can you stay so calm? We are just told one of us is a traitor. This isn't the time to joke around. Well, he did say that you'll get rid of the cults, right? I'm a librarian. As prophecies go, I've heard far worse. Plus, nobody knows about this, right? You can use that to your advantage. But anyways, people are probably waiting for me at the front desk, so I need to head back. Let me know if you need any more help with, well, with whatever library stuff I can help with. See you around, heroes. So we actually found out that someone's gonna betray. Someone is a traitor. Nora, listen, don't panic about this, okay? Don't panic, Damien. We just got told that we are going to lose. People are going to die. Worrying about this isn't going to help. We need to work together. If we are going to let this make us turn on each other, we might as well give up now. Oh, criticizing me already, Damien? You know, if I were an infernal cultist, in disguise, I wouldn't draw attention to myself. But of course, you wouldn't know anything about that. About that, would you? Not, mister. I ran my mouth in front of cultists and got kidnapped in a garbage dump. Nora, please stop. Oh my goodness, Nora actually saying the facts right there. You know what I think, Damien? I think your stepmother was right about you. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go now. I'll see you in Sonata City, Dan. There's a gym there, and we'll need a badge in order to dive. Oh my goodness. Nora really pissed off Damien. Nora, you shouldn't have said that. Like, that's bad. I know you were in panic, but still, like, that was too harsh. Why did I say all of that? I don't know what came over me. I feel awful. I'm going to go apologize. I really hope I didn't hurt him. I can't lose somebody else. Damien, wait up. Yeah, go patch things up with that guy. Actually, let's use the escape rope and just escape out of this mess right here. We actually lost what's it called? I can't use an escape rope right here. And why then I had an escape rope just lying in here? Yeah, I'm gonna use a repel and quickly try to get out of this place, and I actually lost my lonely. Come on, that was so unlucky. Like, that was my mistake. Yeah, that was purely my mistake. I shouldn't have sent lonely there. Now he's gonna be lonely in the death box for the rest of the playthrough. Man, he was the Pokemon that like almost saved me from losing the whole entire playthrough, the Nuzlocke. He saved me from that. And now I actually have lost my lonely now. Hey kid, do you think you could do me a favor? Yeah, actually I already like read your book. Yeah, he gave me a Cactonite, so actually Cacton can evolve in this game, so nice. Actually, there was another lady like here who wanted me to read a book for him. There was this old lady. Yeah, what's called Moonlight and Healing Moves. Yeah, I found it. So yeah, I actually get 5,000 from that. Great. I need to use another repel, so actually go in the Pokemon Center, heal my Pokemon, and finally place Lonely in the death box. And let's see what Pokemon we can use instead of Lonely, even though I didn't want to replace her, but I guess Nuzlocke I like that. I was starting to like her, and plus like Lonely can Mega Evolve also. There's a Mega Stone for Delta Gardevoir. Let me take the scope lens first. Yeah, let me just quickly take the scope lens from Lonely, and I'm just gonna transfer Lonely into the death box. Let's see what my dead box looks like. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 deaths so far. Come on, I wasn't expecting Lonely to die. So we have Delta Badu, Dark Fairy. We have a Dark type and a Fairy type. So actually Dark type like Harmonia covers Dark typing, and Fairy type Bliss covers what's it called? Like Togekiss covers the Fairy typing. So yeah, we don't need actually that. It also has a Dark Rock. So what we need is now, we actually lost an Ice and Electric type. Oh, let me see. Do we actually have a Water type? No. We need a Ground type. What should we use here? Actually, I need someone like Tanky on my team. So Nosefast is one of them. Like Pangy, when it evolves like into a Empoleon, Water Steel typing is one of the best typing. A very great typing. But thing is, my like Bastiodon is 4 times weak to fighting, and Pangy would also be weak to fighting. So when I come across a fighting type Pokemon, it would be hard for me to deal with. I guess like Togekiss can deal with it, but I don't want like 2 weaknesses. So yeah, for example, if like my Togekiss is on low health, so I need to sack off one of them. So I'm actually think I'm gonna go with Sludge, the poison type, the normal Grimer, basically cause Muk gets a lot of good moves, like physical, we can make it physical and special attacker, or we can even make it a defensive support Pokemon. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna have Muk in my team, and have Grimer in my team. I basically train it to be a Muk, and basically cause Muk is a tanky Pokemon. He's a bulky Pokemon. That's what I wanna say. So actually that won't go down. At least he won't go down like easy in one hit. So I guess that's going to be it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed, then please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll meet you in the next one. Bye.